Well, hello and welcome to 2B3D's Into the Action Verse pregame NFL edition with co-host Anthony Smith, two-time Super Bowl champion. And today we have his friend and I would like to say my friend now, Julius Williams, on the show. We're going to do a little pregame chat and get some info from the experts, the guys that actually played the game. Julius, Anthony, welcome to the show.
What's going on, brother? Good to see everybody.
What's going on? So who do we got tonight? 49ers? Panthers? Right?
Well, me personally, I'm a home team guy. Like, unless it's just the absolute to where the opposing team is going to come in and just thrash the home team, then I'll go with the away team. But for me, I'm always a home team guy. That 12th man always plays a factor in the game, and they get pretty rowdy out there in San Francisco. Then would have been a Monday night game. They performed pretty well, man, under the lights. And Carolina, they've been playing pretty good, but they've been having some spotlight moments. But I think tonight I'm gonna go with Frisco at home.
You going Frisco at home, Julius? What do you think?
I like Carolina, man.
Okay, now we got some game. If it was everybody just said 49ers, let's go home. No, you like Carolina? All right.
Yeah.
The over under is 49.5. What are you guys thinking about that? Over under.
I like.
I think I'm gonna go with over. I think it'll be a high scoring game. Both of their defenses, right now. Overall, the Panthers' defense is ranked better, and they're, I think, statistically passing. Let me see here. The Panthers are sitting a little bit better than the 49ers too. So statistically, they have a good chance, and they've been putting up numbers. But I'm gonna go with the over. I think it'll be a high scoring game.
High scoring game. What about you, Julius? What do you think of over under on this one?
I think under, man. I think that it would not be wise for Carolina to get into a shootout with the 49ers. But so I think they're going to control the ball, play good defense, make smart decisions, and I think they come out, with the underdog win.
Awesome. Well, who's the all-star for you on the Panthers? Who are you looking at to carry the game, or is it the whole game? Oh, we got some questions coming in actually. What are those? StreamYard. That's StreamYard stuff. Over here. Hello. Who's going to be who do you think is going to be MVP? That's exactly what I was just asking. Who do you think is going to be MVP tonight?
Well, they got some good young guys, man. The young receivers playing really, really good. McMillan, right? So I love to watch them play, man. They got a great quarterback who's coming along, who's earned his stripes in the league, and I like those two guys. I think those two guys are going to be the X factors.
Gotcha. How about you, Anthony? You got an all-star right now?
Yeah, those guys are definitely good picks. With me, I'll go with probably McCaffrey. I think he needs to. They get him going in the run and the pass game, then they'll be controlling the game and the pace of the game and the flow of the game how they need to. So I think if they get him going and get him rocking like they need to, I think McCaffrey he'll end up MVP of the game.
Gotcha. All right. Well, if you guys are placing any bets, we got Julius saying it's the Panthers. We got Anthony saying it's the 49ers. We got Anthony saying it's the over and Julius saying it's the under. And we got two different MVPs. It sounds like so. Sorry, you're gonna have to pick. You're gonna figure out who you like better on their stats here because you got a even playing field. Okay. Well, so 49ers. Let me ask you this question. Are either of these teams making it to the bowl?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah. I don't think so. But with his experience and Brock and Ed and those guys always have a shot. It's all about as we know, Julius catching fire at the right time. So you can have a bad regular season record and catch fire in the playoffs and go on a run and, going to get that thing. So I think, if they catch fire, they may have an opportunity, but just looking at it and how they're both playing right now,
yeah. Gotcha. All right. And then who do you let's see if your picks are different on this one. Who do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl this year? Who do you think, Anthony, and who do you think, Julius? Julius, you can go first. What are the teams? The teams to look for. If I go try to bet this right now, not that we're a gambling show, guys, but just if we're going to try to bet right now, who's going to be in the Super Bowl? Who do you think it's going to be?
I know that young man. So as long as that young man by the name of Patrick is still playing, you can't ever count him out, man. And the Chiefs over what they got going on. They got an overtime win, I think, this weekend. So yeah, man. I mean, this I would say that would always be my favorite. In 2000, in the 2000s, with Patrick Mahomes, man. I like the Chiefs.
Yeah. I mean, he's been crushing it, right? What about you, Anthony? Are we gonna agree on this one?
Yeah. I think last week I said Baltimore, man. Yeah. I think I would like to see them get one, but man,
that one we're holding. If that ends up being at the end of the day, Baltimore. We've got that on recording as your call from early on in the season. How about any thoughts on Bryce Young or Brock Purdy as quarterbacks? How they're doing? Either one.
Well, I know they've been playing pretty good out there in Carolina. They've had some moments. I know he hasn't had, spectacular numbers. But as far as having bright moments and getting things done and moving the ball and, showing bright spots and what the future could be, I think they got some good things going over there in Carolina with some weapons.
Yeah, that was a question from the chats. So I was just checking. Then we're asking. We had some good. We got Scott Jones is saying we had some good games yesterday. What are your thoughts on the KC game, Dallas? Any thoughts on that? Did you guys have to catch it?
Yeah, man, tough game. Tough game, man. It was, two guys battle, man. That's the one that I had just referred to. The Chiefs were able to pull it out. I believe. I wasn't able to watch the whole game, but I did see some moments. And I mean, it's just that's a primetime game, man. Two primetime quarterbacks, primetime organizations, owners. So I mean, it definitely was one of the more exciting ones for sure.
Gotcha. Well, we got a guy in the. And I'm almost positive I know who this is in the chat because he's an Eagles fan, diehard, and he's asking, is it time to fire the Eagles OC Kevin? What is it, Kevin Patullo? I don't know if you guys even want to answer that, but he's asking if it's time to fire him. I don't know if you guys are following the Eagles or not, but well, if you want to comment again, what do you think, Greg, YouTube account? Do you think it's time to fire him? I don't know. Anyways, what are your thoughts on Kevin Patullo? Anybody?
I mean, I think with the Eagles, man, they have to control their internal emotions. I don't think it really has anything to do with play calling. I mean, they got one of the best dual threat quarterbacks, in the league. They got great receivers. They have a generational running back, and I think it's just about those guys meshing. There's been lots of problems. Of course, everybody knows that A.J. Brown has been publicly complaining about, not being involved as much. There's been some bashing of their quarterback and offensive coordinator calling park ball plays, So when those things happen, man, I mean, for me, the Eagles, that have been successful, they've been successful because they have controlled the TOP, and move the ball, methodically. And, they're not built for, big plays, in my opinion. They're built to, get 3 to 5 yards a pop and get first downs, So I enjoy watching them, but I think if they can, mesh together, as players and internal people inside of their locker room, they can put together a pretty good December.
Awesome. All right.
Yep.
Well, that Greg,
like Julius said, it's all about that chemistry, man. The most talented teams don't always win. It's about those teams who can put it together. Like you said, inside the locker room, everyone has, all the teammates and even all the players aren't and coaches aren't going to like each other. But as long as we can come to work as men and do our jobs and, leave it at that and get along there and everybody just do their job to the best of their ability and get that done, then all of the other stuff kind of goes out the window and you stick to the mission of winning and playing together. I've been being on 2 championship teams. I can, speak and say that all of the guys, didn't get along and hang out and all of that kind of stuff. We even see it in different sports. We've seen it with the Bulls and, their dynasty and, we hear stories about, those guys, how some of them hung out, some of them didn't, but it's always like that on every team. Some guys hang out and pair with each other more than other guys. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, it just comes to on Sunday, when it comes down to winning and getting the job done, we all got to be on the same page. So like you said, they're not really built for that. It's a different philosophy coming in, and I think they're just a little frustrated with that because, they may want to see, more big splash plays and stuff like that. But they got enough experience and knowledge inside of that building to like you say, to put it together and get it done if they come together and get on the same page.
Gotcha. Yeah, he had put in there. They got 21 points in the first quarter, then 0 once Dallas adjusted. The Eagles didn't adjust, but it sounds like if they had 21 points in the first quarter, they obviously can, right? So
right.
So that's it's a thing. You mentioned the Bulls. It's funny. Dennis Rodman. I live in Newport. Dennis Rodman came down to Newport, and that was a big splash. Made a lot of noise. Opened up a club there. My wife and I got married at Dennis Rodman's club right after he closed it. It turned in like this church bought it and cleaned it all up and got all the stains off or whatever that was in there, but cleaned it all up and turned it all nice. And that was where we had our reception.
I know that was wild.
He was here. I don't even know if he still pops in or not, but he's around. But he was here for a while, and a lot of my friends, good friends with him. He lived right on the beach, right where I surf and stuff. So we saw him all the time. My buddies would go trips to Vegas and stuff, and it was pretty wild. But yeah, so anyways, the teams, like you say, it kind of reminds me, like I just did, we did the official MedQuest video for the veteran portion of the game. And I talk about how they, the veterans will die for each other. They build this bond and they, they're forever, and then they separate and move, they get out of the military. One goes to New York, one goes to Arkansas. And so MedQuest kind of brings them back if they put on these goggles and stuff like that. And that's how I feel like a true team, like you said, if they put it together and they build this strong bond, you may not like everybody, but some of those people you're going to war, right? You're going to battle, and you feel those emotions, same emotions when you win and lose. And I don't know. So just think
I definitely you may not like a guy, but if he's an ass kicker, I'm pretty sure you would want him, up against your back, fighting the other guys on the other side. So, that's just how it goes, man. And hopefully they can put it together, man.
Well, we got Michelle saying, love Jack Hacksaw. So might as well throw that out to you guys. She loves Jack Hacksaw. Thank you, Michelle. All right. So now back to the game, guys. Do we have a score? Are you able to look up, see where we're at, see if it started? If you had any advice for the 49ers today, besides home turf or whatever, if you had any advice, Anthony, what would you say? What would be your advice to them right now? We've got I think you already gave it to them because they're up 7.
Yes, sir. Attack, man. Get that ground game going, man. They got a good one in McCaffrey, and obviously you get that run game going, it opens up the game for everything else, vice versa. So that's what I would do. Just get that ground game going and then take it from there.
Well, Julius, what about you for the Panthers? What would you tell them if you were the coach for the day right now? What would be your strategy on these guys?
Yeah, control the clock, man. Control the clock. Make good decisions. Obviously, McCaffrey is probably the best player, biggest name in the game, right? So you got to control him on defense. Know where he is on every down. He's equally as dangerous, if not more dangerous, in the pass game than he is the run game. So, just know where that guy is at all times. And, when you get on offense, you got to move the ball. You don't go out and be something you're not. You know, just go out and control the ball, control the clock, make good decisions, and I think they can get back in the game and get the win.
I love it. I love it. Well, you guys get used to these questions because which team are you now, Julius, for Astro Bowl? Which team did you pick? Forgot.
The Trappers.
Which one?
The Trappers.
Well, Trappers, that's right. Of course, Trappers. Okay, yeah. So we're going to be getting individual questions on how you want your team playing, right? So, get ready for that. That's coming up here not too far in the future. So we got the Mythics with Anthony and the Trappers with if you guys are new and just popping onto this and you want to check out the whole program, it's 2B, the number 2, the letter B, the number 3, the letter D, 2b3d.com, and then /links gets you to all of our socials, all of our everything. So this is live streaming on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 channels, I believe, right now. So if you just happen to pop in and you don't know what 2b3d is, Astro Bowl is our Web3 game that we're coming out, and you got 2 managers of the 32 teams who are also, ex-professional NFL players on. So they're going to bring a lot of insight, I believe, to this game, and we want to make something that everybody loves. And so, anyways, that's enough on the sales of the project. Any closing, anything you guys want to throw out there right now? If the team is listening or their wives are listening and want to shoot them a little something, I don't know. got any
2B3D, man. Everybody be on the lookout. Astro Bowl.
Yeah,
we're coming. If any other NFL guys see this, retired guys, current guys, you come across this link, the show, tune in, DM me. We're still looking for more owners. CFL, you're also welcome. So, brothers, reach out to us. We got a lot of teams still available. I think about maybe 15 or so still available. So they're going to run out quick. So if you want a team, please reach out to us, DM us, either myself, Julius, or the Astro Bowl team, or the 2B3D, whichever one you guys follow. Just reach out to us and let us know you're interested in owning a team and come be a part of, what's to be great.
To be great. I love it. How about you, Julius? Any parting? And I promise not to interrupt you like I did Anthony. Sorry, Anthony. We were talking.
It's all good, man. I mean, just join a new wave, man. I mean, don't get left behind, right? We're in the, we're easily, in the information age now, man. And we're giving you great information. It's going to be, something greater, as time progresses. So, you want to get in now, not later. Don't be sitting on the couch still watching your box TV, and getting left behind, man. So, join a new wave and, come get in the metaverse.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. That's the same thing. Like everybody I keep hearing like, oh my gosh, I almost bought Bitcoin last time. It was, I almost bought this last time. It was, I should have bought this. I should have done, it's always, then it drops. And they're like, I told you. And then it goes way higher than it ever was. And it's like, oh, I should have bought, and then it drops. I told you. And then it goes way higher than that. And they're like, oh, I should have, So I'm used to it. I've been in the Web3 market for a bit here. So anyways, yeah, no, this is I'm really excited about it. Sci-fi football with actual legends, as part of the team on this. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. You guys will be doing the pregame Monday Night Football each week until Super Bowl. And we're going to have, this is going to be a good spot for all of our announcements. We have lots of milestones that we're hitting over the next couple months. So we'll just keep you guys informed. And once again, 2b3d.com /links for all socials. Hit our Discord, hit our Telegram, whatever, and our X. So awesome. You guys, thank you so much for coming on again. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sir.
It's good to be my friend. Enjoy. Where are you at, Minnesota?
Yeah, I'm in Minnesota. Yep. Yes, sir.
Enjoy Minnesota. I don't think I've ever been there. So enjoy Minnesota. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Talk to you later.
Thanks, fellas. Yeah.